Those ones that are not, they see that they are still having disagreements about them, they continue to courts of the law. Okay. So it has not initially removed the courts of the law, but just tries to settle disputes before they go to courts of law.
Yeah. So that brings me to this. I've kind of seen a disadvantage in it that what if these people are not able to agree, they are not able to reconcile.
Yes,
okay.
Please.
So how can you, the ADR representatives, or the ones who are pushing for ADR, solve that? Because I know people who have already had hate towards each other, they're already having problems towards each other. It will be hard for them to reconcile and be like, let us agree on what?
Yes,
on
please.
one thing. So
yes,
what do you do in such cases?
In such cases, for example, people always come with what? With issues. For example, before the mediator. And I happen to be a mediation practitioner. I can be a mediator in the matter. So when people come with issues, maybe they have come with more than 10 issues, and you happen to solve 5 issues. It means that we shall make a settlement agreement for the 5 issues, and the rest of the issues are proceeded what? To courts of law altogether. And maybe you might find that there is no any agreement altogether. So what I'm supposed to do is to do what? To write my finding and a conclusion, and
so in other words, it simplifies the court work.
Yes, it simplifies court work. Okay. In any case, if there is no there is no agreement between the parties, then courts, these people are having rights to continue to courts of the law.
Oh,
yes, please.
That is nice. So, which organizations is ADR partnering with?
No, ADR is everywhere in this Uganda jurisdiction.
So just that like people want to reach out to it, like find it.
Yes. For example, we have maybe even lawyers themselves, they can practice ADR. Even you people outside, you can practice ADR. So ADR is initially in Ugandan jurisdictions and even international jurisdictions altogether. But we are having institutions that have come up to push ADR altogether. For example, I've talked about AMUSU, Arbitration and Mediation Society of Uganda. I've talked about I can talk about the draft. This one has been brought for youth altogether. The what we call the Youth Alternative Dispute Resolution Forum altogether. This one is for the youth altogether. For example, for us the youth, you're having a matter between you and your parents. Usually you find that people don't listen to you. For example, you're having a matter with your 70-year-old father, and you call someone aside who is 8 years. These people will always listen to the father, and they, you know, in Proverbs we have omukuru takurirwa, something like that. Tasobya omukuru tasobya, we together. So we brought the Youth Alternative Dispute Resolution to do what? The Youth Alternative Dispute Resolution, now to handle the youth. You come, a youth, and you feel like there is something which is going bad in your life, you talk to me. And as a youth, I will be able to do what? To sort, maybe to help out together. That's the Youth Alternative Dispute Resolution Forum. And we are having what we call the Center for Arbitration and Dispute Resolution. CADA. That is the institution that is governing ADR in Uganda. They want to see the procedures. Are these people who are practicing ADR going into the right procedures? Are we together? Are these mediators neutral? Are we together? Are they confidential? For example, we have confidentiality as one of the importances of what? Of ADR. When you look at I think the Judicial mediation rules, I think it's section 18, something like that. They talk about confidentiality altogether. So you have to be confidential. For example, when you settle a dispute, you shouldn't come and you say, you know, I have been settling dispute between Lydia and a friend altogether. It's one of the importance of ADR. Whereas you go to court, your cases will be what? Will be put in newspapers. Will be even people come for open courts. They come in court. They get to know all along. Lydia has separated with her husband.
I'm part of the media, and we usually use that.
You see, so someone is in court and they say all along Lydia is having disputes with the husband altogether. So you see in courts of law, it's not what? Confidential. But in ADR, whenever you settle any dispute, or you're a mediator or an ADR practitioner in a dispute, you're supposed to be what? confidential. Once you disclose any information, unless requested by the law or with consent of these parties, once you disclose anything, it means you will be contrary to the law, and in a case you will be
arrested.
You will be no, not arrested. Yes, you will be arrested, or you will face the law for some consequences because you're not supposed to.
So, lastly, how for those who are viewing us and who would like to contact you and even know more or even have questions, how can they get you? How can they contact you?
Thank you so much, Lydia. Yeah, for example, I have media channels. I have a place of work. I work with Vance advocates.
The media channels, which names or
YouTube
do you use?
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube. Maybe you can call me. Are we together? For the advice. But what I can say, people should look more onto ADR minus running to courts of the law. Are we together? ADR is good at solving matters before they reach court, keeping the relationship, saving time, maybe less fees. For example, once you go to the lawyer, a lawyer will need legal fees. Are we together? After paying legal fees, we need to pay court fee. Are we together? So you see a lot of money is being spent in courts of the law. But this one would be less money while negotiating or settling the dispute outside court. People who are coming from very far, they have to drive their cars, putting in fuel to go to courts. Are we together? They have wasted their time. They have wasted their money going to courts, of which these matters can be sorted outside the courts. Are we together? Then in any case, there is still a disagreement. These things are pushed to courts. Are we together? And in any case, ADR, even in court, they can push you back to do mediation. Are we together? We have court annexed mediators. The judge feels like this matter should be handled by mediation, and they push you back to the court annexed mediator. Are we together? So you see, courts are always in need of justice, are always in need of settlement. Are we together? They are not craving for cases in court, but really they need peace instituted back to the parties in a dispute. Are we together? So when you negotiate outside or you settle the dispute outside court, then that's well and good. Are we together? Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming on the Mkumba Eye. People, this is what we bring. We bring to you education, information, and now I think you understand what the ADR is all about. And if you could, please, I think you can also start practicing it. As he said, I think you had his social media pages. You can follow him up to learn more. My name is Lydia. Our producer behind the camera is Habato Mugleni. And yeah, thank you for watching. Keep sharing and commenting. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.